The Class 15 was a diesel-electric locomotive built from the years of 1957 to 1961. They were not a very successful locomotive. They were a first-generation diesel-electric locomotive with the aim to replace steam locomotives hauling freight and light passenger services around London due to the newly enacted Clean Air Act. There was issues with the Paxman prime movers, despite improved modifications to improve running. They still proved problematic. There was visibility issues with the position of the cab, and by about 1968 the decision was to scrap nearly all of them. A total of 44 locomotives were produced over this period of time, but by about 1968 all but 4 were retired and sent for scrapping. 4 were given other duties, but Alright guys, if you've watched this all the way through, sorry for my stumbling through a little bit of information. One thing I did forgot to mention was that they weren't hugely powerful. I think they were an 800 horsepower locomotive, but they were used on mainly freight, but they also did use them on some passenger services. So from a modelling point of view, if you're modelling the post-steam era or that transition period, they're a good locomotive to have for that time, and not out of place if you do want to run some passenger coaches as well as freight. Alright, well this is the model. It's an EFE rail locomotive. Now, wouldn't have been my first choice of locomotive. It's a very heavy locomotive, really chunky die-cast chassis, which actually fills most of the bodywork. So this locomotive, believe it or not, is about 3 kilos in a smaller diesel electric locomotive. It was originally BO green. It was in probably the earliest livery, BO green with no yellow on the ends whatsoever. Reason I kind of got this when I was itching to get into O-gauge. It was the only O-gauge locomotive that I could find new in New Zealand. One of my local hobby stores had it at a reasonable price, and because I'd bought a fair bit of 00 rolling stock and senior material over them, I asked them if they would knock another, I think they knocked another 90 odd New Zealand dollars off it, so it wasn't badly priced at all. Came as non-sound. These, when I think they were rerun by the, or recommissioned by EFE Rail, from the original builder. You guys might know more, but yeah, there was some tie-up with the Little Loco company, I believe. But anyway, but this actually comes with a Plux 22 DCC socket, so it was just a DCC ready locomotive, and I have put in it a Locksound version 5 sound decoder. Now, sorry, I was going to get you to guess what this. A lot of you experts out there that watch my channel will probably have picked up that it is a Class 20 sound file. I couldn't find it, Class 15, that on a decoder. Bought it from Roads and Rails, already programmed with the sound file uploaded on it, and I actually quite like the sound file. I heard it once on a double O locomotive with a very tinny speaker, and it didn't sound that great, but these actually come with two big speakers in them, so they're actually back to back behind the grill here. So the reason it sounds really good is it's got really good speakers. The body itself is quite, it's got a fair bit of weight in this as well. But yeah, it doesn't have a stay alive in it, and with clean tracks and that, as you've seen in the opening sequence, runs really well. So what else can I say? Yep, it's got comes with a lit cab, which you would have seen in the video. It's the layout's off at the moment. There's no lights on, so yeah, just showing you around. But it's a really nice piece of kit actually. So the body's a little tricky to get on and off, and like a lot of our locomotives and that, you don't really want to be lifting bodies off too often, for fear of things breaking, bending, or screws not going back in properly, or cross threading, you know, that kind of thing. So I had considered showing you what the chassis looks like, but I thought better off it anyway. So this is my Class 15. Now the last thing I'll speak about is, yeah, it came in BR green. The first livery would have been released in the late 50s. Because I model semi-modern, it used to be sort of the mid-90s to the early 2000s, but I've sort of brought it back a little bit and looking at introducing a little bit of BR blue stock in time to come. So the layout is loosely, will have running sessions. The era will be anywhere between, say, 1980, 1982 and say the year 2000, 1999, year 2000. And yeah, the BR green was a little bit old, and using a bit of modelling license like you've seen me do with my other locomotives and that, I used the Tamiya pressure packs with the wonderful paint that it is, and actually sprayed this a grey to give it sort of an engineer's look. So the supposition is that yeah, there was a handful left in service a bit later, you know, even to the mid-90s, where the rail freight grey was, you know, and just used mainly for yard work and just shunting purposes, or shorter branch line trains. So yeah, this is my Class 15, and the longer I've had it, I've actually come to like it more and more. So some of you guys might not like how I've painted it or changed it, but I actually prefer it in this livery and love the sound and love how it runs. So it's a really good locomotive. I won't say it's up there with my love for the Class 37, the 47s, even perhaps the 60s for a more modern type locomotive, or the 31s, you know, some of the dream locomotives that I'd like to save up for and add to the fleet. But she's not going anywhere, and she performs really well. Alright my friends, this is the first edition of Meet the Fleet. So this is the EFE Rail Class 15, the Lock Sound version 5 sound decoder. Take care and keep watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share my videos if you can. Help me grow the channel. There's going to be upcoming videos on the other locomotives and motor power on my roster, and we'll keep doing it, mixing a bit of information about the model and the history of the prototype as we go along, and as I add new stock to the layout, we'll keep it up. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoy the video, and if there's any little inaccuracies, you don't have to tell me. I'm a Kiwi modelling UK outline. I don't claim to be an expert. Still learning, researching and enjoying the hobby every day. Just take the video for what it is. Thanks guys. Bye for now.